just going for it.
We should probably do an update.
Oh, yeah. She looks perfect. That's the
That's
update you're
not the
talking
update.
about? Oh. She looks perfect, and I woke up and she said, let's do a video, so that's what's happening.
Yeah. I wonder if we need our little mic thingy.
Nah, we're good.
Probably not.
All right.
We're engaged. Oh, wait. Where's it?
So close. Yeah, we're engaged.
Sorry it's been so long.
And yeah, another update is that we are terrible at posting videos. But we are bound and determined to get better and to improve. So, yes, we're engaged and we're so excited and happy. And yeah, and we're getting married in October.
Yes.
So it's gonna be so much fun, as long as coronavirus doesn't ruin the world like it has.
Any more than it already has.
Yeah, that's very true.
Do you think I should bring this closer? For the sound.
Oh, okay, maybe, sure. Look at my blemishes more, so thanks for that.
Shut it.
You
You look perfect.
Being mushy on camera is uncomfortable for me. Yeah, so there's a lot of different video ideas that we've thought of over the last couple months that we haven't done anything, and then we just haven't done any videos. So, do you want to go ahead with whatever idea yours was? You're the one that woke me up and told me we were gonna do a video.
Yeah. Well, the first one is, like, with all of this corona and, like, quarantine and isolation happening, like, we just didn't want anyone to feel alone in two situations. One, maybe there's a LGBTQ person who hasn't come out and they are isolating with people who don't know their authentic self, and that's really hard. Must be really hard. And the second one is the individuals who have come out and who are isolating with people who don't accept them or understand. And so we just wanted to be another voice out there saying you're not alone, and that you can always reach out, and there's resources out there, and we just wanted to be another voice just to say that you're not alone, because you're definitely not, even though it can feel like that with everything going on. But just validating that that's hard and sucks, and I don't know.
Yeah, so I think social distancing, which you hate that word, but
I hate that word so much.
But like the isolation of coronavirus can be difficult for everybody, and everybody's, I think, been very vocal that it can be hard to like not be social. But I think being LGBTQ, especially as Savannah said, if you've just come out and are, you know, distancing with people that maybe don't understand, or if you are in the closet, it can put an added measure of loneliness, isolation, all of that stuff, and it's hard enough and lonely enough, like without having to be quarantined. That's it.
Yeah.
Without having to be quarantined. So, yes, reach out if anybody is struggling. I literally, one of the things I need to work on in addition to posting videos is messaging back people. So I have messaged back like 2 or 3, but I will be doing better at that. So please still reach out, and I will do my very best to get back. I'm the worst. But and then there's lots of other people too that are way better than me at getting back, but there's just so many people out here that if you're not ready to be out yet are willing to like keep your secret in confidence and also be there to help you and love you and support you. There's lots and lots of resources, or if you are out and just need somebody to talk to, you know, there's lots of
someone
people
to understand you.
Yeah.
And also, like, I would say to like really utilize YouTube, because there's a lot of really awesome videos and like inspirational people, and that can help you kind of relate as we're isolating and kind of feel like hey, there is someone out there that feels the exact same, and there's a wide range of like personalities and like relationship status, so you're gonna find what you need. And so that was my little thought this morning. I just felt like really impressed to just tell you that you're not alone and you're loved. And I'm sorry it's hard because we've been there and are still there. And so that was the first thing I wanted to say.
Yeah.
But do you want to go into
the other one?
Yeah,
I think one thing, and we might kind of like talk about this a little bit later on, as well, we're probably going to mention it in a lot of videos, but the biggest thing that we always hear is "I love you, but," and that's like a massive like so... anybody that's like LGBTQ and is listening to this video is like, oh my gosh, yes, like that is exactly it. Yeah, I love you, but I don't agree with what you're doing or whatever it is. And
I love you, but I don't support you.
Yeah, like, but I can't be happy for this. I can't, whatever it is. Like, there's so many I love you buts, and that is beyond devastating for the person, because that, as we have learned in regular, I mean, you had a class, right? A college class that said that, like...
Yeah, I had like a little, it was like a leadership seminar at my junior college, and we were talking about like just relationship skills and like interpersonal skills and communication. And I vividly remember one of the segments. Well, this is the only segment I remember, but it was about putting a but in your sentence and how using that but takes out that first part of whatever you said, because it's kind of like it's saying like the second part after the but is like contradicting the I love you,
or is more important than the I love you. Yeah,
that was confusing.
Yeah,
help me.
So no, for sure, I'm trying to figure out what way my hair looks less homely.
Stop. But even in just like any interpersonal like situation, like I love that dress, but it's got a lot of lace.
Yeah.
And so you're like, okay, so you don't love it? Like, it just makes you feel...
Yeah, it's not like, oh, I'm going to feel great wearing this dress. Like...
Yeah, in any form, when you have a sentence and then you use but in the middle, as far as, like, what am I trying to say?
To defend, like...
Yeah, when you have a statement and then you use but after that statement and then say something else, it just... erases the first part.
Yeah.
And that's just kind of a universal thing.
And this happens a lot in like in the LGBTQ community, as far as them hearing it from loved ones or friends or whatever. And it's because, as humans and naturally in our culture and as friends and family, we feel this like need to defend what we believe. And it's fine. Like, it's like we don't try to force anybody and don't want people to all agree with us. Like, we're totally okay that people don't believe in same-sex marriage, that people don't believe in that. Like, that's...
And it's okay to disagree.
Like, and it's okay to disagree. Yeah, but the whole point of the conversation, though, when somebody's coming to you, telling you about something that is such a vulnerable thing and something that is so emotionally charged and like just deep, the whole point is that they need your love. Like, that's it. I mean, I have had multiple family members that I know stand with opposite sex marriage. Like, I know that they're not, for same-sex marriage or for same-sex couples, and that is totally great, but they've never had to tell me that. You're smiling and laughing at me and I don't get it.
No, you're just cute. I just us getting married and I got excited. So.
You're so cute. I know, I'm really excited. But like, I totally know that there's family members that don't believe in that, and that's totally great, but they have never had to tell me that. That is not something that they've ever had to say, like, I'm so excited for you, but I don't agree with you getting married. Like, and I'd be like, okay. I get it. Like, I just want you to like be happy for my happiness. And I had an interesting, and we're going to bring up a lot of personal experiences. And we're going to do it hopefully in the most sensitive way possible so that it doesn't hurt feelings. We've got a cat.
Let Pam. Wait.
What?
Let Pam do what she needs.
What are you talking
if
about?
If she wants to make
oh my
a
gosh,
debut. Okay, she's not. It's our cat.
She's literally sitting right by the camera.
Let me hurry and say real fast.
Yeah.
That even if someone does say, like, I love you, but we do recognize that their intentions are, for the most part, pure.
Yeah.
I would say, like, if someone does, we're not saying, like, how hateful of a person you are, like,
we're just trying to help, I think.
Yeah, we're just trying to educate from our point of view, because, and a lot of, like, the LGBTQ community would agree. I wish I could flip the camera and show you what our cat's doing right now. But we do recognize, like, if you want to be an ally and you have said that before, like, don't beat yourself up, because we know you're just trying to think of what to say and how to say it, and intentions are good, but we're just trying to educate on how it feels to receive that, and hopefully kind of redirect and help you know what to say instead of I love you, but. Yeah,
you giving just love during a conversation like that is not you going away from your beliefs
and like co-signing your way to hell.
And like co-signing that, like, I like this is kosher, I believe in this is great. Like, it is simply giving love. Like, that's it. You can still have your beliefs, but that is not the time to interject
your opinion.
Your opinion. And that's again, as Savannah said, like, we know that intentions are pure, but this is just something that is across the board in LGBTQ, is that the I love you but makes the love feel conditional. It makes it feel that your love is only conditional based on if they act the way that you feel that they should act or believe that they should act.
Is that your
so like I said, we've got some like personal experiences, and obviously we won't name names. Obviously we're not going to go into like, this was my best friend's cousin's boyfriend or what, like, we're not going to go into like specifics. However, if family does watch this, you may know that this is you, and this is stuff that we're just trying to use to help others, and we're going to try to do it in the most sensitive way possible. But I had somebody in my life that I was like, I just want people to be happy for my happiness. Like, that's it. Like, you don't have to agree with how I'm being happy. Like, you just need to, like, be okay and be excited for my happiness, because I'm excited, right? Like, this whole marriage thing has been so amazing but wacky compared to like a regular
like wedding planning
everything. Like, it's been so weird because
so different versus like any other couple,
and anything that
like
we imagined couple. And it's kind of been devastating because there's been so many things that we've had to think about, like, should we do a ceremony or not? Like, people are going to be cringing. Do we want that or not? Like, who do we invite? Who do we not? I mean, there's been like so many aspects to it that have been really difficult. But so I had somebody that was close to me that I said that. I was like, I just want people to be happy for my happiness. Like, you don't have to agree. I just want you to be happy for me and my happiness. And that friend had used an example of like, well, do you want me just like, if I went and cheated on my spouse, and I was like, hey, I'm super happy, like, be happy for my happiness. They were like, would you just be happy for my happiness then if I was cheating on my spouse and that made me happy? And I can see how they're trying to create this comparison. However,
that, like, happiness trumps
anything else. But the difference is that we're not hurting anybody. Like, and I like to use the example that helped me, and it may not help others as much as it helped me, but what helped me is like, if somebody wasn't religious, wasn't, God-centered or didn't believe in Christ or anything like that, and they came to, a very staunch LDS family or whatever, and was like, hey, like, I'm going to get baptized in the Catholic faith. Like, I want you to come. Like, this is going to be amazing. Like, I'm coming close to Christ, whatever. It's the exact same thing of like, well, I can't be happy for your happiness because I don't believe in that, right? But they're not hurting anybody. They're taking a step towards something that's good. And although it may not be in the way that you believe that they should be doing it, like, it's a great step. It's a good thing. You should be happy that they're happy and making these further steps in their life, and that they're excited to come closer to Christ, no matter if that's, in your faith or not. And so if something's hurting somebody, then yes, I can totally see, like, yeah, like, I'm not happy that you're cheating on your spouse. I'm not happy that you just, like, beat up somebody because it made you happy. Like, right, it's hurting people, but, like, us getting married is not hurting anybody. Like, we are physically not hurting anybody. We are not doing anything to jeopardize anybody else. Like, this is just between two consenting adults that love each other, right? So I think just being able to be happy for somebody's happiness, like, because how would that feel to be like, oh, I'm so proud of you, but you're not getting baptized in the right faith? Or like, I love you, like, but I don't agree with, like, you getting baptized. And it's just like,
okay, well, maybe I don't want you to be there.
Right, like, I don't want you to be there then. Like, can you just love me? Like, I know you have your beliefs and you don't need to, like, defend those. Like, you go to church every week. I know what you're doing. Like, I know that you believe that, but you can still be happy for the step that I'm taking in my life. And marriage is a great step in life. Like, finding somebody that you love is an exciting, good time in life.
Loyalty, commitment.
Yeah. So another quick example that I think can maybe help is when I had released that church video. In my video, I had stated that my aunt, when I came out to her, said, I love you and I love you no matter what you choose to do. Like, that's all she said. And at that point in my life, I was trying to stay celibate. I was trying to stay in the church. I was trying to, or whatever. I was trying to, like, live this life without partnership. And it was interesting because I saw that somebody had messaged and said, okay, well, that's great and all. Like, she said, I love you and I love you know what I choose to do. And she's like, but this lady was like, I had said that to my niece and she didn't, like, stay in the church. She's, like, got a partner now. So that doesn't always work. So now what do I do? And I was like,
okay.
Wait, what? I was like, that's not the point of this. Like, the point wasn't to get an outcome. Like, your point should never be to get an outcome. Like, the love should always be,
maybe they'll do this, which is what I want them to do, which,
yeah, like this ulterior motive. Yeah,
shouldn't be a part of the equation.
It should just be, I love you. Like, I love you and that's it. And literally, like my aunt said, I love you no matter what you choose to do. And this lady's like, I said that, but then she went and chose this. And I'm like, but you told her that you loved her no matter what she chose to do. So, like, she's with a partner. The motive wasn't to get her to do what you wanted. So you love her, right? Like, you love her. That's all you do. And I think that's, like, a very, very important part.
Yeah, I think it's important too, like, you can have your process of grief and, like, shock and whatever, denial, but I feel like you need to do that privately. I feel like that should not be something you portray in front of that person who just came out, which is such a scary, like, the most vulnerable and scary, because you don't know who you're gonna lose.
Right.
Like, you could lose family, extended family, like, how people look at you. You could lose friends. Like, I mean, I'm just speaking from, like, personal experience, and it's just so hard going into something knowing, like, I could lose everything. And so I feel like, have your time, grieve, be angry, I don't know, whatever that looks like to you, but do that privately so that it's not adding things onto the shoulders of that person who just did the scariest thing.
Yeah. And it's okay to want to understand, but like I said, with the motive of truly wanting to understand. Like, that's the difference, is that we've had some that have come and it almost feels attacking because they say they want to understand, but really it's wanting to prove why you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. And that's not wanting to understand your situation. I mean, if you truly want to show love, you will go into a conversation wanting to just understand without an ulterior motive.
Yeah,
all you want to do
matters.
Yeah, all of that matters.
How you say things matter. So
yeah,
not to the point of, like, being so scared of what you're gonna say, but as long as you're, like you said, like, you don't have an ulterior motive, as long as you're coming from a place of understanding and love and leaving yourself out of it, I feel like you're gonna do great.
Yeah, the motive should never be like that person's a project. Like, the motive should never be that the LGBT person is a project to go and get them to come back or to get them to whatever.
Sucks.
Like, that should not be the motive. The motive should be to understand and to love and to just be there when that person needs you. Yeah. And like I said, there's so many people who have done my family has, like, literally been amazing. And I've had some bad experiences as well, but overall, like, it's been just amazing to see, like, the love that people have. And yeah, it's been really awesome to see.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we just wanted to kind of go over some of that. First thing was like coronavirus stuff, how can add isolation and struggle, and to please reach out, because we know that that can be difficult to not be out or to be with friends or family who, you know, have been distancing emotionally because of what you're going through on top of coronavirus. But we just want you to know that there's people out here to talk to, even like if you have or haven't come out. And then also the whole I love you, but it should always be, you know, I love you and that's it, or I love you and something positive.
I love you and. That's the point we want to get to.
Yeah, I love you and, or
I love
like,
you and, not I love you but. Let's take out I love you but.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there we go. That was our, and we'll do better. Progress.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna do better. and we love the messages we've gotten, by the way. We've each gotten multiple messages and comments below. And it's been very encouraging, because it's vulnerable to put out videos like these, because I'm like, who cares, like whatever, like I don't know,
like,
should we...
This is not what I would seek to do. I'm not,
clearly, because we haven't been putting videos out, like it's not natural for us to just
I'm
like...
not a great communicator. I don't know, so it is still vulnerable for us, but I think the end goal, and that gets me over like the hump of
negative
vulnerability
comments
is like potential negative comments, but what gets me over that is that there could be literally one person who feels like they're not alone, and literally one person who feels like there is a healthy couple out there. There's not this, like, I don't know, you can get all, I mean, spectrums of all kinds of people, but just like, I just want someone to feel that maybe they like makeup and getting ready and they don't quite fit the mold, which is how I feel and have felt. So that's kind of what gets us over the vulnerability, is if we could help one person and be relatable and real, you know.
Yeah. So thank you for the comments, messages, whatever else, and the kindness.
I love that you get. I don't get like any messages.
You don't?
No. It's fine.
I think I've gotten one or two. I mean,
no.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe.
Thank you for sending me messages. And just kidding. It's us. It's like to us.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyways,
awesome.
We appreciate comments, messages, all that good stuff.
Someone's gonna be like, I messaged you and you didn't answer. So
I know.
Sorry if that was the case, but I'll do better.
Well, they will definitely say that with me. They'll be like, but I read them all. I don't know if that makes you feel better. But I read them all and I love them. So, anyways, okay. Well,
there we go.
We love you.
Love ya.
Is that our sign off?
Yeah, I don't know.
I still figured out how to sign off.
Peace.